قباب الحق خوذتنا ومسجدنا معسكرنا وحق الله يحفظه.
Assalamu Alaykum guys, and welcome to Halal Travels. So as promised, I'm going to try and keep this video short, concise and to the point. The last one was a bit lengthy, but there was a lot of information to get through. However, this one should be to the point. So today we're talking about Koh Lipe. Koh Lipe is the beautiful island of Thailand. It's absolutely gorgeous. A lot of Hollywood movies are filmed there, but how halal is it? Okay, so the first point I'm going to talk about is transport. Now, Koh Lipe is actually very tiny. Everything is walking distance. However, if you do wish to get carried from one side of the island to the other, they have these rickshaw-like taxis which squeeze through the narrow roads of Koh Lipe. So it's, it's available. It's available. It's not, very bad. So for transport, I decided to give Koh Lipe a 3.5. The next thing is accommodation. Accommodation isn't too bad there. You do have a variety of hotels you can stay at and they vary in price. The only thing with accommodation is after sunset, all the noise from outside, all the clubbing and all the partying, if you're not a heavy sleeper, it might keep you awake or it might wake you up. You can hear loud banging and people screaming and whatnot. So for accommodation, I decided to give it a 3 out of 5. So next up we have activities. Now activities was a bit of a downfall when we visited. Although we weren't planning to do much except relax, we stayed one night and we left the next day. There weren't much available as a Muslim family. The things you can possibly do are scuba diving, snorkeling, and other than that, most people go there for clubbing and the pubs and just the parties. So for activities, I decided to give it a 2.5 out of 5. Then we have family-friendly environment. Now, to be honest, it's not a very family-friendly place. I didn't see many families. There were mainly couples and groups of young people who have come to party and club. It's not a place you go with your parents. It's not a place you want to take your kids. So yeah, I don't think it's very family friendly. So for family friendly environment, I decided to give it a 2 out of 5. Okay, so next up we have baby friendly environment. It's not really baby friendly, to be honest. Everything is outdoor based, whether you're going to the beach, whether you're going to go to buy some stuff or scuba diving or any of the activities, it's all outdoor based. There aren't many things to do while you have your child with you. So also getting to the island itself wasn't very comfortable. We came by ferry and we left on a speedboat, so getting on and off with a small child is not very appropriate, although it can be done if you do want to visit for a day or two. It's not impossible. I mean, we did it, but we wouldn't really recommend it as such. So for baby-friendly environment, I decided to give it a 2 out of 5. Okay, so next up we have prayer facilities. I didn't come across any such prayer facilities. Again, to emphasize, it's a very small island. Saying that there are some Muslims living on the island, but I didn't see any masjids. I couldn't hear the adhan or anything of the sort. The only time I could pray was at the hotel. And if it was getting late for prayer, I would always have to go back to the hotel to pray. So for prayer facilities, I decided to give it a 2.5 out of 5. Now we have halal food, and obviously this is very important when you're traveling as a Muslim family, or if you just prefer to eat halal food. You might not be Muslim and prefer halal food, for your own reasons. Halal food was easy enough to find. There was no problem, and a good variety of halal food, halal Thai food that is. And the food that I had was really nice. It was delicious. I can't remember the restaurant that I ate at, but halal food was widely available. Saying that, I think every restaurant that serves halal food also serves alcohol. So depending on what your views are on that, you may decide not to eat from them. If you do decide not to eat from them, you're not going to have many options to eat from. So for Halal Food, I decided to give it a 3.5 out of 5. So next up is internet access. Internet access was very decent at the hotel. I was able to use social media and uploading videos while I was there. So for internet access, I decided to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Next up, we have safety. I think the island was pretty safe. There was nothing apparently dangerous on the island. The only thing I would point out is that there are a lot of stray dogs, a lot of them. But they all seem pretty harmless. They're not the vicious type. They weren't like snarling or anything like that. So I think the island was pretty safe. You can roam around pretty safely. So for safety, I decided to give it a 4 out of 5. Last up, we have cleanliness. I think the island was clean. It was fairly clean. It was actually cleaner than Langkawi. I mean, it's a lot smaller, so I guess it's easier to maintain. So it was clean. If you do decide to go for a day, it's not bad. It's okay for the kids, you know, for one day, I guess. So for cleanliness, I decided to give it a 4 out of 5. So the island of Koh Lipe gets an overall score of 31.5 out of 50 and an average halal rating of 3 out of 5. The only thing that makes visiting the island of Koh Lipe so worthwhile, even just for one day, is the amazing view. The island is absolutely stunning and one of the best I've ever seen. Most people visit Koh Lipe from the island of Langkawi in Malaysia. It takes an hour and a half by ferry to reach Koh Lipe from Langkawi, but if you're planning to visit mainland Thailand from Koh Lipe, it is not recommended. It takes almost a day's journey by a variation of transport such as minibus, speedboat and possibly ferry on top of that. So it took us about 10 hours to get to Phuket, which is in the mainland of Thailand, from Koh Lipe. If you're planning to visit Koh Lipe for a day and go back to Langkawi, then it's worth it. I would recommend you to visit it solely for the amazing views that you can see and experience. Guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video and found it beneficial. I hope it helps you with your travel and holiday plans as a couple, with your family, with friends, with your kids. If you did enjoy this video, please share it with your friends and family so they may enjoy and benefit from it also. And please support the channel and help it to grow so I can make more amazing content for you guys. So remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you soon.